Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. The Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnnie's Bite. It's Tuesday. It's raining. If you have to step out, you know what to do. Protective clothing. If you don't have to step out, don't. If your children are going for extra classes, make sure that they are well protected. Go drop them. And I'm saying all of these things because as responsible people, we must make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to stay healthy. A cup of cocoa dairy milk every morning is good for you. It's good for your family because cocoa is lactose-free. It is dairy-free. It is sugar-free. It is cholesterol-free. It is GMO-free. It is allergy-free. It is soya-free. It is gluten-free. Where will you get these things? Cocoa is good for sports people, pregnant women, lactating mothers, sickle cell anemia patients, toddlers, and even the elderly. Now, it comes in 5 different variants. That's what we have here. Cocoa Life, Cocoa Super, Cocoa Barista, not the lawyer, Cocoa Unsweetened, Cocoa Original. You have to make your choice. It's available all over the country. Everywhere. Accra, Kumasi, Tema, Takrady, Bogatanga, Wa, Tamale, everywhere it's available. Pick up your phone. Call 027-4440-180. That's 027-4440-180. Or visit the Facebook page, Cocoa Dairy Free GH. You are good to go. Support made in Ghana. It's important for you. This morning, there are 2 issues that have engaged my mind, and I would quickly want to talk about it. You know, when we were growing up, we were made to understand that 2 heads are better than 1. Right? There's an adage that says 2 heads are better than 1. You remember that? And then the accounts even say, Etikron kwajina. So 1 head that doesn't go into a conclave. It always has to be 2 heads. 2 heads are better than 1. Now, yesterday I was thinking that, if 2 heads are better than 1, and then we have 6 heads on our CD, JB Dankwa, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Akufo-Addo, William Oforiatta, Akwaje, Ubeche Belante, 6 heads on our CD. You check 5 CDs, 6 heads, they are there. You check all our notes, apart from 2 CDs that had just Kwame Nkrumah, 6 heads on our CD. And then they say 2 heads are better than 1. So 6 heads should have performed better. Then you watch our CD, and Danny, give me, this is our CD. Then you watch 1 man, 1 head. He has done pay me. Even that one, it is weighing our CD down. Show me pound. See, 1 man. CD cannot beat them. 6 heads on 1 currency. They say 2 heads are better than 1. So how is it that 6 heads? 2 times 3, 6. They can't beat it. What is going on in this country? This thing makes me think that the whole country is like a crime scene. 2 heads are supposed to be better than 1. Now you have 6 heads. You go to the Forex Bureau, that way you must show. Danny, show me that CD and dollar 900 CD. Jesus Christ, Danny, you're a bad boy. This is the exchange rate. You have to cough out 11 CDs. 11 CD, 50 pesos to buy 1 pound. Mind you, the CD has 6 heads. Pound has 1 head. If it's not the queen, it's that of the gentleman. Dollar, 9 CD, 50 pesos 9 cedi, 90 pesos. They buy it when you are going to swap your dollar for cedis. They'll give you 9 cedi, 50 pesos. If you are traveling to the US and you want to swap some dollars and hold in your pocket 9 cedi, 90 pesos, small dollar. This is it. So I'm asking myself the question: how is it that one head is stronger than 6 heads? How? 2 heads are better than 1. These are local things that we were taught at the beginning. They told us these are African values. What do you do with those African values if you go to the Forex Bureau and you are a businessman, you want to swap money? And I heard a ridiculous statement the other time from a government official suggesting that it is those who do black market who are bringing it down. You have BNI. You have CID. You are complaining, and you have national security, who go around fighting with people in Wache line. You have national security. They wear gota, they hold it, they wear guns, overfed people. And then they fight with people over chop bar and Wache queues. And you are telling me that it is the black market that is weakening you. Of course, you are legitimate, but what is your national security doing? What is your BNI doing? What is your CID doing? When you park those places with party people, protocol people, political people, that's what you get. Because they can't even come to understand the job, to even activate the job. I have had occasion in a watcher line when somebody drove a vehicle, just brought it to a watcher line and stopped there. And I told him, boss, even the safe on your gun is not on. You are a danger to yourself and to all of us. He sat in his car shamefully and walked away. Because he had come to insist that everybody in the queue must not be served. He must be served. Party security people, political security people, protocol security people. And I've said that you don't need to politicize agric, the economy, education, health, security. My 5 top picks. But the president has put his friends at those places. Who is your agric minister? Who is your health minister? Who is your education minister? Who is your minister of finance? And who is your minister of national security? When you finish answering those questions, and you finish checking their ages, and you finish looking at the Ghana Statistical Services data that suggests that our population is made up of more youth, and you start looking at older people having those jobs and younger people working jobless and aimless, you know where we are heading. It will tell you a story. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. The president is almost 80. He is nearly 20 years away from 100 years on this life. He's older than Ghana. He planned from his infancy to be president of the republic. He has debated everybody just to be president. Now he is president. Was it he who said Atonsium? Was it the president who said Atonsium? Ana mankani ye kra manua fu basa basa. Ye na asema bike there. It's the same president. Everybody is complaining, including the people who even campaign for the president. Guta, who reduced spare parts prices, they are complaining. When you talk, it tells you that his ministers are performing exceptionally well. PURC is increasing tariff. Good morning to you, PURC. Good morning to you. I'm saying good morning to you because since I was born, I've never ever seen Public Utilities Regulatory Commission reduce tariffs before. You always increase. They will bring you 200%, then you will beat it down, but you will still increase. When will PURC tell the service providers in their faces? Because it looks like ECG and Ghana Water, they have a certain monopoly and they are taking advantage of the people, and you are watching. Yours is to regulate their job. You are watching. Yesterday, you did a beautiful press conference. Yeah, I'm sure you paid money for it. What you are claimed to reduce in 2018, what was the impact on the people's lives? The politicians will always find a way to say they are subsidizing. But you, PURC, I'm asking you this question this morning. We all acknowledge that times are hard. We were even deceived that we got free water and free electricity. It was used as a campaign message. People were dancing and bathing on the street. Free water, free electricity. I remember interviewing Stalimate, who told me that, oh, we will have tankers in communities. And sometimes I feel pity for them, because when the politician calls, the sector minister calls, they can't say anything. They have to go out and go and defend. They told us that tankers will come into the various communities, and that people who sell water in the various communities will have to give it out for free. In my house then, I put out the water hose and put it over the wall. And I said, oh, government is giving water free. If there are people within on my lane and down the lane who do not have pipes, let them come and fetch the water for free, because we are not paying for it. I gave them the water. Then the next year came, we were asked to pay for the water. Then I realized how foolish I had been. Nana Dadame. Nana Sisimi. Nana Showboy. They told us that the water was free, electricity was free. Even yesterday, PURC, the threshold, 50 kilowatts per hour. Now it's dropped to 30 kilowatts. PURC, you're supposed to be looking out for the ordinary people. How are you looking out for the ordinary people? Instead of asking the utility providers, Ghana Water and Ghana Electricity Company, to go out and look for illegal connections. People are doing illegal connection in this country. You know. Government institutions owe you money. You know. ANAS did an expose and told you how much you were owed. Have you collected those monies? Have you pushed have you pushed the utility providers to go and collect those monies? Have you? Bus pipes, illegal connection, both for electricity and water. People are bypassing meters. People are tweaking meters. Your own staff, they are doing things for people. You are not fixing the mess that you have. You are not collecting the monies that have accrued to you. When you finish, then you go and give a proposal to PURC, and PURC will approve the proposal for you. You are pressing the people down, presser men and women. Danny played a video of the president promising us free water and free electricity. And sadly, we have the finance minister and other government officials still go to parliament and talk about free water, free electricity. We didn't enjoy free. Don't angry us. We didn't enjoy anything free. You are charging us. We are paying for it. You use it for political expediency, and that is cheap. When people are suffering and you claim to have given them free, let free be free. When I asked the question on the 20th of April, that can there ever be free lunch? 20th April 2020, I asked here, Kojo Oponkuma asked on last screen, can there ever be free? He said, oh, it is free. We are paying for it. He can't be found. Play the video, Danny.
Again, the Ghana Water Company Limited and the Electricity Company of Ghana have been directed to ensure the stable supply of water and electricity during this period. In addition, there will be no disconnection of supply. Furthermore, government will absorb the water bills for all Ghanaians for the next 3 months, i.e. April, May, and June. All water tankers, publicly and privately owned, are also going to be mobilized to ensure the supply of water to all vulnerable communities. Government, in collaboration with the National Board for Small-Scale Industries, business and trade associations, and selected commercial and rural banks, will roll out a soft loan scheme up to a total of 600 million CD.
That was the president. When we were all thinking of how to fight COVID, he told us we know how to bring the economy back, we don't know how to bring human lives back. He was announcing to us free water, free electricity, and promising us that people who are not connected to the national grid will have tankers and community water, whatever it is. Ask yourselves in your communities, those of you who don't have water, Pokwasi, Mayera, Kuntusi, all those places where you don't have access to those things. Ask yourself whether you got those free tanker services, or if you don't, community water, whatever it is. And yet there are young people who say, oh yeah, this guy is NDC, he's defending NDC. But you are suffering. This morning you are going to send somebody a message to ask for 20 CDs. You are defending what you don't understand. People who have gone past 80 are getting contracts to provide sacks for cocoa. Young person, 33 years, 32, 35. You can't even find what to eat. You are defending those people. They are creating generational wealth for their children. They are defending it. Think. I am saying that PURC, how is it that after I press Ghana Water Company to have a toll-free number so that when I see a bus pipe somewhere, I can call that toll-free number because I won't pay for it, and tell Ghana Water Company that I've seen a pipe which is busted here at so and so place, or I've seen an illegal connection at so and so place, I've seen a leaking pipe at so and so place, come and fix it, and they'll go and fix it. When will you tell ECG to have their own toll-free line? When you call 0302-611-611, ECG will ask you to hold on. They will first play you cools, and then there will be somebody who will speak to you. Then when they listen to your issue, they will ask you standardized questions. And then when they finish, they will tell you that, oh, this is your code. Call back later and find out how your problem has been dealt with. Yesterday I called when the lights went off. They said there's no doom so. Yesterday I called. Lights went off. I made a call. They asked me to call back. I didn't call back because I didn't think it was necessary. I had to save my battery for tomorrow. So PURC, you have always increased tariffs. You say in 2018 you reduced it. What was the impact? Each time they bring you, yours is to increase. Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, increase. When we hear your name, we hear increase. When we hear your name, we hear increase. People are suffering. You are not asking them to go and collect their monies. You are not asking them to stop illegal connection. You are not asking them to stop leakages. You are increasing for them. And you are making an excuse for them, 21, 27%. What it means is that if you are paying 100 cedis now, you have to pay 21 cedis more. If you are paying 100 cedis now, you have to pay 27 cedis more. That's the conversation. Where are they going to pick the money from? Have their salaries increased? I'm asking you, have their salaries increased? Like Stephen Amwa said, Stephen Amwa, my own friend, he said, Danny, I wish we could play that video. Today, here we are. And yesterday, when the announcement was made, I say sometimes leave those air-conditioned offices, go onto the streets, because me, I'm a street man. I am at the favorite gobe shop, favorite watcher shop, favorite chop bar. Those are the places I go. Me, I don't have money to go to Kempinski. I don't have money to go to Labadi unless my boss takes me there. I don't have money. So I go to the favorite local points. And when you hear the conversation for those local points, you will know what is going on. And you know the funny thing? These same politicians, when they are campaigning, they go to the local points. Agboinche, Achibanku, Agwogwikebi, Akameye Komi. Then they are campaigning. They go and braid hair. They go and make banku. They go and play with the children. Danny, take me back to President Akufo-Addo. Show me what he did with the streets.
Nana, in a speech in 2007, you made an observation, and if I may paraphrase you, you said, in over 30 years of frontline politics, the more you travel across the country, the more urgent you thought we needed to fight poverty and win the war if this country was to progress. But what has changed now? You've been traveling this country for several years. Why a listening campaign now?
Oh, first of all, I think interacting with the people you want to serve and lead is always a good thing. It allows you to be abreast of the current problems. You go somewhere 3 years ago, the conditions of life in the same place may not necessarily be the same today. So you want to be up to date. and you want to be able to see for yourself in concrete terms. Because there's a tendency for some of us in Accra to say these are the problems. But yet when you go out there, you find that the priorities of people may be different from what you may have thought. So it's important also to engage, to be able to be sure that you are really touching people and addressing matters that concern them directly, not your understanding of what their problems are.
They're talking at people.
Yes, but their own problems, you know. So one of the things that has really amused me to some extent is that my critics are asking, how come I want to be president of the Republic and I don't know what the problems are? What am I going to go and listen to? I'm very surprised to hear this, especially from people who claim to have a patent on door-to-door and house-to-house campaigning. I don't know what it is, door-to-door or house-to-house, who claim to have invented it as a form of political campaigning. I'm not quite sure I'm up to speed on that. No, but more seriously,
the things you said, Mr. President, and what you are doing now, they are par. They can't meet parallelogram. They can't meet what you told us and which we believe and voted for you, that you understood our problems, you diagnosed it, you spoke Brofu Finchim. As for your English, nobody can contest it. In fact, when I heard your English, I thought that was free SHS, because if we listen to you for a whole year, free English class. The economy, the municipality, but Cabrofu. Yejumano, Bosu. Yejumano, do the work, Bosu. The work is not happening. You say you understand the suffering of the people. PURC has increased water and electricity. They have even brought the threshold down from 50 kilowatts to 30 kilowatts. What it means is that if you're buying 20, 30, 40 cedis, now you are not part of the lifeline. So whatever salvation is there, you don't get it. You said you came for the downtrodden, the helpless. You were eating kenke with them. You and Eslawusu in Dansoman. I have that picture. Tomorrow I'll show it to you. That Eslawusu, she wants to be vice president, right? You thought we didn't know. We have information. She wants to be vice president. That's why she and Dr. Bawumia have been talking about digitalization. She wants to be vice president. Bosu, the masses are suffering. People are in pain. It is not at the top level policy decision. Let it water down. That is why you voted. Good morning.
Think about the poor. It's very painful. We won't pass it. Whatever they want to do, we won't pass it at the right time. They can't do anything. We are in government. If they claim it will make us unpopular, why wouldn't they?